Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing a Get Ready With Me Festive Glam edition. So we're going to go from this to this. So we are going out this evening. It is currently Saturday the 6th of December. We are going out in Manchester for the evening to celebrate Adam's parents' Pearl wedding anniversary. So we're going out for drinks and cocktails and then some dinner afterwards. So I want to do like a very kind of Christmassy, festive, warm eye with a little bit of glitter, sparkly glam makeup. So we're gonna do that together today, and this would be perfect for anyone who does have an event or wants to dress up a little bit for Christmas or even New Year's Eve. This is the perfect one-stop shop festive glam makeup that you will need for the holiday season. And I think this will be my last video of the year, so thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the love and support that you guys have given me this year, so thank you, and let's get into it. So I do want to curl my hair, but I think I'm going to do the makeup first just because I'm working with the light. It is currently 10 past 2 and it gets dark very early, so I know that by the time I've curled my hair, we're going to be cutting it short for kind of filming all of this with the daylight. So I will do my makeup first and then I will do my hair, get ready and all of that afterwards, because this is really like a makeup look video. I don't think you guys need to see me like curling my hair and everything, but if you are interested in that, I have been doing it a certain way for a few months now, so let me know if you'd like to see a video on that, because I can definitely do a how I curl my hair video. So I'm going to start with the Glow Hub Serum drops. As you guys know, this is one of my favourite dewy primers, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that on one finger and just rub it into the skin. This will just give kind of like a moisturized base for the makeup because it's been a few hours since I did my skincare now. I'm going for heavier coverage today because this is more of a glam look. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation. This is in the shade Cashew. This is a really great fuller coverage. I don't know if it's full coverage, but it's full coverage for me because I don't wear full coverage like basically ever. But it's a really great fuller coverage foundation. I know some people use this as like their everyday foundation, but for me it is that more heavy, kind of more glam look. It does a really good job of blurring everything out, covering everything as much as I need it, but also just looking really skin-like on the face. It fades really nicely throughout the day as well. It doesn't add too much glow or gloss, so it's quite a natural finish, like a satin kind of natural skin finish. And I especially like that for in the winter months because I just don't want to look too glowy and glossy in the winter. I like to look just a little bit more matte. If you know me, you know I don't like looking completely matte, but I don't mind looking a little bit more airbrushed, I guess would be the look in the winter months. I think a heavier makeup in like autumn winter is actually really nice. But I'm just going to add a little bit more on my chin there and then on my nose and just any like spots where I feel like I need a bit of extra coverage. I'm now going to go in with the Hourglass concealer. This is, I think, their Vanish concealer. It's in the shade Creme. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this because we don't want to go too heavy. It's very full coverage. I'm just going to let that sit for a few minutes before I blend it all in together. It just helps with the texture, I find, of this concealer when it has been just sitting on the skin for a bit before you blend it in. So while I'm letting that sit, I'm just going to go in with my Milk contour stick, and this is in the shade Toasted. And I'm just going to draw this on my face. I'm going to take this e.l.f. buffing brush and just kind of stamp that into the face and try and blend that all out. See, I don't know if you can tell, but it's already, the light is just fading. Like it's getting dark already, and it's not even 2:30 in the afternoon. I don't know if it's just, well, I think it's because of the way that our house is situated, so it just doesn't get a lot of light in the winter months because like the back is facing northeast or northeast, I think. And it just means that throughout the day, the light just fades so much quicker. So the dream would be to have a south-facing house, but that is not where we live. So we are not planning on moving anytime soon. So it does just mean that in the winter months, it feels quite dark a lot of the time. So now that I've blended the contour in, I'm just going to first blend the concealer under my eyes with my fingers, just to kind of spread it out under there and kind of cover any darkness under my eyes. And then I will go in with a brush to finish. Next, I'm going to add cream blush. So I'm using my Saie Dew Blush in Spicy, as always. This is just like my go-to, as you guys know. I'm going in now with my Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just going to powder quite heavily under my eyes and then kind of spread out throughout the middle of my face and leave my cheeks bare. Okay, so now we have powdered. I'm going to basically go over my contour and blush with powder, bronzer and blush. I am gonna go in with my Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light bronzer. I have this in the mini version and it's honestly perfect. Like, I don't think I'm gonna use all of that up for ages. And my brush fits perfectly in it. So I'm just kind of dusting that all over the face. I do like to go quite heavy in with bronzer, just because I like how it looks, and I really like this bronzer in particular. You can't really go overboard with it, just with the tones of it and my skin shade. So I really, really like that. And then I will go in with my blush. I'm using the Kosas Dreamland blush. This is the Blush is Life blush. So it's a powder blush and it is like a baked formula. Really, really nice. It has kind of like terracotta-y undertones, but it's definitely more of like a peachy tone, but it does have that real nice warmth to it, which is just really complimentary for redheads. So I really, really enjoy this. It is quite pigmented. I personally like a very blushy blush. Like, I like seeing the blush on my cheeks, but just be warned to like not go too heavy to start with, and then you can always build it up. And I also don't want to go too crazy with blush because I am going to be wearing eyeshadow, and I just don't want it to look too like clown-like too quickly. As you guys know, I'm a one and done shadow person. I do not like eyeshadow palettes. I just find them overwhelming and confusing these days. So I am going to use this cream eyeshadow from Danessa Myricks. It's one of their Colorfix mattes and it is in the shade Exposed. So I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use my Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadow in Space Cowboy. Just press that over the top. With this Colorfix matte, you only need the tiniest amount. Like, I'm talking like a pinprick, because it's so pigmented and you can get heavy really quickly. So I'm gonna work one eye at a time as well because it dries very quickly. I have my brush ready to go. Just need to be careful with how much I use. I'm gonna kind of work it into the back of my hand like that on my finger, and then I'm just gonna press it into my eyelid. In fact, I think I could have gone a little bit more on that one. There we go. I'm always scared to overdo it because you can never take away, but you can always add more. So then we're just gonna work quickly to blend, blend, blend. So we have basically a nice wash of colour all over the lid. I really like this because it's kind of like a chocolatey brown contour shade for your eyes. Then I'm going to take whatever is left on this brush and just run it underneath my lashes on the bottom lash line, concentrating to the outer third. Now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Moondust shadow. This one is so nice. This one is so nice to add like a touch of shimmer, sparkle on top of whatever eyeshadow you have on, and I just kind of rub my finger into it and then I will press on top like that, and I'll just kind of keep tap, 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 tapping until I have the look that I want. I'm going for kind of like a glittery wet look. It's quite subtle, it's not like intense glitter, but it's, you know, I think very wearable. It also picks up better in low light. So like right now, I can't see it that well, but when you're in a bar or a restaurant and the lighting is low with like, you know, lamps and stuff on, it will catch the light really beautifully. And that is all the eyeshadow done, so really quick and easy. And then I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner on my top lash line, as I always love to do. So I actually repurchased my Beauty Bay favourite eyeliner in the shade, pretty sure it's Coffee. Yes, Coffee. So they had seemed to discontinue this. This is new packaging. So I don't know if they just changed the packaging or if they changed the formula slightly, but we're going to see. We're gonna see when I use it. I'm hoping that this is as good as I remember it. That's nice, I like that. And then for brows, I actually at the same time picked up an eyebrow pencil. Have not used one of these in years, but I have recently just been wanting a little bit more like precise on my brows, and as you guys know, I use my Glossier Boy Brow and I've been using that for years, but it's very subtle and I wanted to give it a go, you know, I wanted to see what I could do with this. So this is the Beauty Bay eyebrow pencil in the shade Almond, which is like their blonde shade. So I'm going to apply this in my brows and I'm just going to be quite sparing. I'm not going to go too heavy, but I'm just going to try and basically go over the hairs that are already there and fill it in. And I'm not sure whether to use brow gel on top or just leave it at that. Oh, actually, that's quite strong. It's quite a strong brow. Actually, I don't mind that. I think for a look where you're doing a heavier makeup, I think that's actually quite nice because it balances out the face a little bit more. I'm just like holding it up to the window because it's better lighting at the window. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to add mascara. I am going to use my iconic London mascara. This is the Triple Threat mascara. Whenever I'm doing like a wedding makeup, like wedding guest makeup or a night out makeup, this is the one that I go for. It's just a little bit more heavier than my usual Glossier Lash Slick, which is what I use for like an everyday mascara. It can look a bit clumpy. I do think I prefer my Ilia mascara, which I have spoken about a lot before. So I think once I've used this up and it needs replacing, I probably will buy the Ilia one again. I actually got this in like a beauty box to try. So it was like a Christmas gift box full of like different iconic stuff, I think. I think I probably would repurchase my Ilia one again next time. Not that I don't like it, I'm just not like in love with it, and it's not like a holy grail for me, you know. So for lips, I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner, and then I will go over the top with my Hourglass. This is their lip gloss stick thing. I can't remember what they're called. In the shade Slip. It has got a bit brighter outside now, so hopefully the lighting is a little bit better, but I'm just gonna go in now with my Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. And that is the finished makeup, so let me do my hair, put my outfit on, and then we will come back. So this is the final makeup and hair and the outfit. So I'm wearing this grey jumper with this little cute little black velvet bow, which I found in French Connection at John Lewis last week in the Black Friday sale. So I'm really happy with this, and then I'm just wearing it with some black wide leg trousers. I'm not going to show the full outfit because this is not like an outfit video, but yeah, I was just really happy with this little grey festive jumper find. I think it's really cute, little cardigan. And so I've curled my hair and I am now ready to go. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video useful if you are going on a little festive night out this holiday season. Once again, thank you for your support, and I hope that you are doing really well, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.